I'm Tom from DIY Life Tech, and this is an answer to the question of what is in Papa John's garlic sauce. So if you ever gotten a Papa John's pizza, you know that this sauce comes with every single one of their pies. It's kind of an iconic thing. But what's actually in it? What's it made out of? So if we open it up, you can see a lot of people probably look at it and think it's got, butter or something in there because it has this, yellowish color, and it's this thicker consistency that you can dip your pizza into. But if you look at the ingredient list, it's actually very similar to a traditional mayonnaise, more so than a butter sauce. And it's like a mayonnaise made with some really crazy food science ingredients. So the first thing you can see in here actually is soybean oil is the first ingredient. It's not butter. It's not anything like that. Soybean oil is the first ingredient. And then the next one is water. So a mayo, a traditional mayo, is actually an emulsion of oil in water. And then it uses, in that case, egg yolks and an acid to get those two things, oil and water, that normally wouldn't mix, to mix. And here they've basically done the same thing as a traditional mayo. You've got soybean oil and water. And then actually, instead of using those traditional acids and things, they use a very advanced ingredient here, and modern ingredient, mono and diglycerides, which are an emulsifier. So basically, they've created like a space-age mayonnaise here, essentially, by taking that oil, emulsifying it into water with those mono and diglycerides. And so that's essentially what it is like a garlicky mayo that they've made to go with your pizza. Now, some other ingredients we've got in here. Salt, obviously, you got to have salt in any processed food there. And then you can see here it contains less than 2% of garlic and natural flavors. So that's where the flavoring is going to come from. We've got some other acids like lactic acid, probably helps with the emulsification process there. Preservatives. Interestingly, the color comes from beta carotene, which is the same thing that gives carrots their color. And it's got that same thing that gives grass-fed milk a little bit of that kind of yellowish color, and the same thing that makes butter have the yellow color. So it kind of mimics the color of actual butter by using that beta carotene, which is the naturally occurring thing that makes butter yellow. And in this case, they've just probably put a bunch of it in there. And so you can see here, that's the list of ingredients for this stuff. But fundamentally, again, getting back to the very basics, food science-wise here, it's a mayonnaise. It's a mayonnaise that's made by emulsifying soybean oil and water using acids and a special, modern vegetable-based emulsifier with a bunch of other stuff, flavorings and things added in, and some beta-carotene that gives it that butter-like color, again, really mimicking, because it's using the same compound you find in real butter. What it is, though, is it's delicious. You can dip your pizza in it. It's very, very processed. It's something you should just embrace and enjoy, and not think too much about the specific ingredients as we've done here. The other thing I'd point out is that, it says garlic, but they have to put a lot of different modifiers on that. It is special garlic dipping sauce. I'm surprised it doesn't actually say garlic flavored, because it's less than 2% actually garlic. So usually they have to say that it's just garlic flavored at that point. But it's delicious. You should dip your pizza in it, and that's what you got here. Fancy mayonnaise, space age mayonnaise.